The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network. Good morning and welcome to our show and our broadcasts. We're going to be highlighting on child sexual abuse, sex offenders, and crime and punishment. Me personally, the sex offenders who continue to sexually abuse adults or the people that they choose to sexually abuse, they need to either have their hands cut off or castrated. I mean, there's really no reasonable reason for some of the news stories we've been watching on the news. I'm sitting here watching a lot of the newscasters like stare off and glare off, but unless we have people who call the parole board and find out more about where they release the sex offenders, it's going to continue to be a problem in our society. And sexual abuse is something that cannot be tolerated. It's a terrible ordeal we've confronted personally as a family. It gets back to the Constitution. And saving the Constitution means keeping a society civil. And what happens is when there's law and order and justice, and there's honorable men and women who see that the years of abuse and what it does to the persons involved, the victims, that is, I think really to spend more time with the victims is probably more appropriate, because you'll find out firsthand the night terrors, the bathroom problems, the kind of problems that victims and people who've been through this ordeal. Like, I was just on Coach Dave TV Live, and there's a story about Target and how they were letting offenders literally in the bathroom with women and children. And, you know, I might not know the neighbors down the street, but I'm going to tell you, I could tell that this spirit of sexual abuse is around. Somebody nearby has abused somebody, you know. And whenever I've been through, I mean, I haven't been through anything like it before in my life, so I personally don't know where the sexual abuser is going with it. He believes he's sharing a bond. See, he wants satisfied, and there's a part of the brain that's in the hypothalamus that is a pleasure center of the brain. And sexual abusers, they have for an offender, it's about control and power. It's not ever been about love. So that victims can be reassured that it's not about love at all. Not for an offender. It's about, a lot of times it's retaliation, especially if the victim goes forward and reports it, and the people that go along with it as well. So there's a story behind much of what we've been talking about, because a lot of us who've been through something, or survivors in this case, all share one unique thing about being a victim and a survivor: that you don't have to be a victim and you don't have to be re-victimized to get help. There are lawyers, there are personal injury attorneys that will work with victims. And in fact, once we get this information together, we'll put it in the comment section below. And that way we can help you, guide you in the right direction because of the legal issues today. The Court of Public Opinion is a part of the Amateur Radio Network.